Well, good morning, Labella Basket Consultants. This is Tracy, your social media trainer, and today we're going to go in and edit your page and optimize your page. And because this is pretty long, we're going to take this in 2 steps. So let's get started. First, when you log into your page, you're going to go to the Edit Page tab at the very top of your admin panel. You're going to click on it and go to Edit Settings. This is going to bring you to the page where you're going to be able to edit about everything that you can do on your page. So go to the left hand column and we're going to go one by one with these. And take the time to go through all these and read everything and familiarize yourself with your page so that when you need to change something in the future, you'll easily remember to go back in and find it. So we're going to head up to the top where it says your settings. And here it's already standard, everything's already checked. You can uncheck as you wish. It's going to ask you things like similar page suggestions. That would be if somebody were to get onto your page and like your page, it's going to suggest a bunch of other pages. I don't recommend that. So I'm going to unclick it. Your posting preferences. It says that you're going to always comment on your behalf as your page, even when using Facebook as your personal profile. That's totally up to you. I like to switch back and forth depending on what my strategy is, but I'm going to leave that checked because I like to post as my page on other pages or other people's profiles, because people will come back to my page and hopefully they will like my page and I gain some more fans. Email notifications, this depends on how many you're getting. So if you're an email person, go ahead and leave this checked. If you're not an email person and you just get bombarded with email all day long, I would uncheck this, but maybe to start out that way as your page starts to grow. But when you start getting thousands and thousands of fans and you're getting a lot of likes on there, what I don't want you to do is to get bombarded with email. So I would at that point come back and uncheck it. Your Pages Manager Mobile, I recommend this because sometimes I'm not always in front of my laptop. And so if I, have a very active page, I want to be able to get on my smartphone or my iPhone and go in and manage my pages through that. And they do have a Pages Manager app on your phone. You just go check it out either in your Google Play or your Apple Store. And then on-site notification that's going to send you notification when people like to, they posted, liked, or commented as well. That would be up in your admin section. It's going to let you know who said what or did what. I like that so I don't have to go in and try and find what people have done. It already tells me what they have done, so I can go back in and say welcome to my page or comment on what their post was or anything like that to create some more engagement and have people stay on your page. All right, we're going to go to the Manage Permissions tab. And this is going to bring you to page visibility. I unchecked that because we want people to see your page, plain and simple. So if you want to check it, that will unpublish your page for the moment. Maybe you need to do some significant updates or something of that sort. You would want to do that at that point in time. But usually the updates are in real time, so for me it's not necessary to do that. Now your country restrictions right here, I leave this open, especially for your company, because you have opportunities to sell outside the United States. This way, if you only put in the United States or a specific country, you're only going to be seen by those people that live in those countries. And then age restrictions, it's going to depend on your page. And because you're a Labella Baskets consultant, and if that's all that you do, I would leave it at the 13 plus, because you never know. You might have some teenagers out there, boys or girls, that will say, I want to get this for mom or something like that. And if you put it anything other than 13 plus and, do age restriction of 18 and over, they're not going to be able to make those recommendations to their parents, their grandma, their, aunts and uncles. So I would just leave it for yours at 13 plus. But again, it is at your discretion. Posting ability, I like to allow everyone to post on the timeline. And I do make specific instructions for those that, we're going to go into that here in a little bit about using profanity, posting links for your own gain unless it actually has something to do to benefit everybody on the page. But you'll lose business if you allow people to post their own, if it's a similar type of business as yours, post their own links, sending people away from your page. I like it that everybody can add photos and videos. This is awesome because you want those testimonials from your fans, from your customers. So I would allow them to do that. Again, just make sure that you go and moderate that. Post visibility. This is where they show the recent posts by others on the top of the Labella baskets or your page. That would be off to the right hand side after somebody posts something. You as the page admin, your posts will be shown on the left hand side because they're made by you as the admin. Everybody else will go to the right. And then you can allow that or you can hide it from the page. I allow it because we want people to talk. We want people to engage. We want our fans to even engage with each other, come up with ideas, and so I like to see what other people are saying because this will only help you further gain engagement on your page, get new customers, maybe get some more, recruit some more Labella basket distributors, whatnot. So tagging ability. I love how you can tag people in here, especially if they're already friends on your personal profile, because when you tag somebody in a post, that tag gets shown on their news feed, which all their friends can see. So this again allows you the ability for a post to go viral and that you gain some more fans and more engagement on the page. I like to show the message button on the page as well, only because sometimes people might be hesitant to post something and they may want to post something private to you. I do allow that because I personally have done this with some other pages. I have other business interests, and I messaged a fellow who had 103,000 fans on his page, and it worked out beautifully. We ended up becoming partners in an endeavor only because I was allowed to go ahead and do that. Otherwise, I would have never have known who that person was that was the admin of that page, to get in touch with them, to even give them, an opportunity to know what I'm doing and how we could partner together. Moderation block list. You can go ahead and add your keywords in there. I'm set mine on medium. I don't add any keywords in there because medium's pretty much going to take out most of the profanity stuff. You can do it as, very strong as well. But if you're starting to see some slang terms and stuff in there that you don't want to see, by all means come back here and add those in there, and then people won't be able to post that. Post privacy gating. I don't allow this right now to post the privacy of new posts that I make on the page, because if we're there to create engagement, we want people to see what's going on. So unless it's something, like I said, that is a private thing, again, this is at your discretion. This is a new thing for Facebook. It's called replies. And what this is when you go and post on a page, it just goes down on a list, correct? Well, do you think that, the person that you want to make a reply to that maybe did a post, maybe 63 posts up, aren't going to see what you've posted because they can actually turn on or off those notifications? And if they've turned them off, then you're not going to see that. So what I like about this is when they add in the replies, you can actually reply specifically to that person instead of them trying to go and tinker all the way through those posts and try and find the one that you replied to. So that is an awesome deal to do that. And then, of course, the delete page, that's if you decide to take the page down, you can delete it. Don't forget to save your changes. That's very, very, very important. Otherwise, anything you've done here is just going to go back to the standard default. All right, let's go to basic information. Basic information here is, remember when you set up your page at first, then I told you that you could come back later and change it? We can come back later and change it. Right now, Facebook decided that because I didn't have a physical address and this didn't really constitute being a public page, they put me into a community page. But if I gave them a specific address, then I could turn this into a local business. And let's see, would go into, I could go into brands and products, product and service, and then add my address, and you just change it as you go, depending on how you want to do business. If you're doing it locally, if you're doing it nationally, if you are just having a side business and you're just working with real estate agents, you are a public figure helping them market their business. It's however you want to do it. This is also a new thing, placing subcategories in here. You can just go in and start typing in things like gifts or shops, and I've already done the gifts part, but maybe if I could spell, that would help. Let's do flowers. Let's try flowers. So it's going to start giving me suggestions, but I could also just type in, it's going to be difficult today. Oh, there we go. Florist. I could add in florist as a subcategory, and I can add these in as well. The more categories that are relevant to your business and people are searching for your type of business on Facebook, they're going to find your page. So I recommend highly doing that. Of course, we've already gone through the address, and this is going to give you a Google map for that so people can easily find you. Also, I recommend, and we'll talk about this a little bit later, if you are a physical business and you put your physical address in there, you now can get up on what Facebook owns is called Foursquare. That's foursquare.com, FORSQUARE.com. I will put that underneath as a tag in the video, so you don't have to remember that later. And Foursquare is where people can check in, your friends, when friends of friends can see where their friends have been. This also will possibly get you some more fans organically. All right, this is where you're going to put your name, your start date. I added in the start date of when Labella Baskets was created, but this could be your own business. Let's say you had a real estate business for the last 20 years. I would put your start date as that, or founded date. That would be right there. You were either born or founded, you started, you opened it, however you wish to categorize that. And then your short description right here is going to be on the main page right underneath your profile picture, and that is going to be in your About section. I recommend the very first thing that you do is add a domain name or URL. This could be your personal website. This could also be the Labella Baskets created site. You could put in a landing page. We can talk about that at a different time too, where you just want to get people's email addresses and phone numbers, anything that directs people to capturing that lead. And then a little bit about your type of business. What are you doing here at Labella Baskets? There is definite characters that will show up, and then the rest of it they'll have to click on the About and go in to see the rest of the description. I like to put in just enough so that it doesn't overrun, because they'll hit the About section anyway, and then that's where they'll come in and see this company overview. I've not added anything. You may want to put in a little bit about your specific business, or if you're just doing Labella Baskets, do a little bit about what they can offer for them, your customer. And then a description, and that's just a little bit more real estate you can work with. General information, your mission statement. All these are prime real estate, and I would use keywords. Keywords, who's your target market? And I keep using real estate, so we'll just go with that. Target market is realtors, so you're going to use language geared to realtors. Real estate closing gifts, mortgage closing gifts, buyers closing gifts, sellers closing gifts. If that's your target market, those are the type of keywords that you're going to put in there, because when people go and search, they're going to type in that. They're going to type in, real estate. Maybe they'll type in closing gifts, and if you have a page, there we go, real estate closing gifts for clients, then your page is going to show up in there. Okay, so these are the type of keywords that you want to put in based upon what your niche is. Okay, and then of course don't forget your phone number. People can't contact you without your phone number in there. And of course your website, again, because that will go up in another section. In your About, it'll be off to the right in there, but again, that could be the exact same URL that you had in your About section. It doesn't matter. And then of course save your changes. All right, I know that we're going through this really fast. I apologize for that. So audience suggestions, I'm not going to go through this right now because it's brand new, and it's just going to tell me to go to a different page, and Well, all right, let's try this. Let's go back and leave this page, and if I have to hit the back button, but it's going to be, for right now, it's going to be blank because I don't have it, because I don't have anything on my page. I don't have any friends or fans on my page or anything like that. So that's a new thing with Facebook, and you can accept or decline different types of suggestions here. I'm not 100% sure how that works since I don't have the opportunity to use it. All right, so your profile picture. You can change your profile picture from this part of Facebook in your edit page, or you can do it from right at your page. And so again, that is going to be a 114 by 74 pixels, and play around with it. You can again use PicMonkey or Pixlr. Those are free versions to edit your pictures. Okay, let's go into featured, and this is the last one that we're going to do on this part one. So add featured likes. This is where you can go in and go and like other pages, and I recommend doing that because it's going to be a strategy for getting some more likes. We're going to start talking about posting on other pages that are relevant to your business, and right now, because I don't have any featured likes, or I don't have any likes at all, that box is grayed out. And then you can add featured page owners. That's the same thing. Their personal information will be displayed in the about section. This would be you, so you would want to click on that, and the page owner would be you. That would be your personal profile. If you would like your personal information on there, then go ahead and do that. I particularly don't for this page, but if you're a public person and you want people to come back and like your personal page, then I would go ahead and do this. So I'm going to cancel that out. All right, well, this is it for the first one of the editing your page, and we're going to go ahead and finish up with resources all the way through the deals tab in the next section. So this again is Tracy, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the very next video.